walls and a crank attached to it eating a live rat. Soon dozens of cranks appear and Thomas hits one to open the way so they can run. A new chase ensues and after a few turns in the dark, Thomas and Brenda find themselves on the edge of a collapsed building. Since the cranks are still coming after them, they start climbing up while dodging any falling debris or objects. Brenda kicks a crank off when it gets too close, but when she tries to hold on to a metal bar it breaks and she falls, landing on a cracked window that cracks further when she moves. A crank appears and starts fighting her on the glass, so Thomas rushes to grab her before fully breaking the glass to make the crank fall into the abyss. Afterward the duo manages to leave the building safely, only for Brenda to reveal a bite on her leg. She swears she's fine and the duo keeps going until they find a settlement of survivors. Desperate for information, they talk to a guy named Marcus, who forces them to have a drink before allowing them into his club. While they look for their friends or any clues on the right arm, Thomas discovers they keep a crank in the club to shoot it for fun. Since it appears there's nothing of interest here, Thomas wants to leave, but Brenda is being affected by the drink and asks him to stay before kissing him. Thomas can't help thinking about Teresa and breaks the kiss to turn Brenda down. A heartbroken Brenda walks away and Thomas tries to follow her, but he keeps getting haunted by visions of his friends as cranks and grievers. Eventually he collapses and passes out. Suddenly Thomas finds himself in a strange facility, telling Teresa that he did something big because he couldn't watch his friends die anymore. The conversation is interrupted when guards drag him away. At that moment Thomas wakes up and realizes it was a dream. He's in an old building with his friends and Jorge is beating Marcus up for information. Marcus admits he lures teenagers to his club with his free drinks and later hands them over to Wicked. A furious Jorge kicks Marcus and threatens to shoot him, so Marcus finally tells them that the right hand has an outpost in the mountains. Since walking would expose them to Wicked, the group decides to steal Marcus' car to continue their journey. Eventually they make it to the mountains and find the road blocked by abandoned vehicles, so they have no choice but to continue on foot. Suddenly hidden shooters open fire at them and the group rushes to hide while concluding Marcus sent them to a trap. Jorge gets a bomb ready but before he can throw it, they're surrounded by two armed women. The ladies are quite aggressive, however they calm down when they recognize Aris because they used to share a maze with him. They decide the group is trustworthy and the shooters come out of hiding. Afterward the rebels take Thomas' group to the right-hand secret settlement. Unfortunately they don't have many people left because Wicked keeps killing rebels whenever they can. While meeting the leader Vince, Brenda collapses because her infection is spreading. Vince wants to kill her and Thomas begs for mercy, but Vince won't listen. When he's about to shoot, former Wicked scientist Mary stops him because she recognizes Thomas and says he can help. Mary reveals that the last time they talked Thomas gave her the coordinates of every Wicked lab, so the right hand wouldn't exist without him. He's been a rebel all along, a choice he made because he was tired of seeing kids die during Wicked's experiments. Brenda is taken to a tent and Mary takes a blood sample from Thomas to create some medicine while explaining the point of the maze. Immune kids produce a special enzyme in survival situations, but it can't be manufactured in a lab. That's why Wicked harvested it directly from the bodies of former maze kids. All this is overheard by Teresa while she spies on them.